2003. Hey guys, welcome back to Fix Your Form. I don't know if you heard me counting, but I did over 1,000. And today we are doing lunges. In case you couldn't tell by that intro, we are doing lunges. So huge lower body exercise. When you think of lower body, it's squats, lunges, deadlifts. I mean, those are like the big three, right? So there's a lot of different ways you can do lunges. And I picked this one early in the channel because people do it wrong a lot of times. So we're gonna go over a couple of the basic ones. We're gonna do some forward, reverse, and walking lunges, all right? I'm not gonna do lateral, we'll save those for another day. So quick overview of the exercise. I'll show you from a couple different angles, but you can do forward lunges, which means you step forward and drive back from the side. It's going like this. Forward and drive back. You can do reverse lunges, which means you start by going backwards and drive back to tall. From the front, reverse lunges should look pretty darn similar. Okay? And walking lunges is the next one. So you're just going to lunge forward, and if you can, don't stop in the middle. It would be one step right into the next. All right? So, targeted muscle groups on the lunge. You're targeting your quads and your glutes mainly. All right? It's going to work a little bit of your adductors and abductors, your inner and outer thighs, but quads and glutes mostly. This exercise hits my glutes personally harder than any other exercise. So I can do squats all day. I can do bridges all day. My butt doesn't get sore. This lunges, if you do it with enough weight, I promise you your glutes are gonna get really sore. It's a great feeling. And that's why it's one of my favorite exercises. I make all my clients do lunges. You can ask them. They'll vouch for me on that one. All right, so how do people screw it up? And there's a lot of ways on this one, trust me. First one is that they're gonna take too big or too small of a step. So from the side, if I lunge too big, watch what happens. Now, I'm in a very outstretched position, and it's hard for me to get my back knee towards the floor, which I want. I want a full range of motion, right? So too big or too small. Too small will look like this, and then just really too bunched up. So the perfect position and the easiest way is to take a normal size lunge step. When you're in the bottom, check your positioning on your ankles, your knees, and your hips. So I want to see a nice 90-degree angle in the ankle, the knee, the hip, my other knee, and then that's your perfect position, okay? When you drive back up, make sure it's through your heel. So if you are going with a reverse lunge, it's no different. I'm gonna start here, I'm gonna reverse lunge. I want 90-degree angles in my knees and my hips. Same idea, okay? Same idea if you're doing walking lunges, right? One lunge, looking for roughly 90-degree angles. Not too big, not too small, okay? Another thing where you're gonna mess up is that you're gonna be too narrow, like you're walking a tightrope. So if you picture one line in front of me, and I lunge one foot right in front of the other, I'm very narrow, I'm gonna lose my balance that way. So I'm gonna make sure you guys can see from where I am. I want my steps to be just about hip and shoulder width as I come forward. So I'm gonna lunge forward, my foot is under my hip, under my knee, and then I go into the next side, which is under my knee, under my hip, straight forward. So I'm keeping about this much distance between my feet on either side. All right, don't try to step one foot in front of the other. It's too narrow, you're gonna lose your balance. And the same topic here, you don't wanna go too wide. So you're not gonna like lunge way out to the side on purpose. This would be another exercise. It's a lateral forward lunge. But if you're doing regular, just about hip width on your steps, okay? Another thing is that you want a full range of motion. And I will say this on every single Fix Your Form video because you need a full range of motion on pretty much every exercise you're gonna do, right? So full range means you're gonna come down almost to the floor with that back knee. If you wanna tap the floor ever so slightly, just make sure you don't smash it onto the floor. That's gonna hurt, okay? So full range of motion, you wanna be either about ½ inch or you can tap. Once you get used to it and tap the floor, it's not gonna hurt you. But at first, maybe just ½ inch or an inch, full range of motion, all right? Next thing is that you're gonna sometimes do a hinge at the hips when you lunge forward. And this is what's gonna happen. I'm gonna hinge forward too much, and I have too much forward lean. I wanna keep my chest proud as I lunge, all right? So proud chest, full range of motion, 90-degree angles when you're at the bottom, your knees and your hips. Okay, next one, and this is the big one. For people just starting out, they're like, what the hell is a lunge, right? I see this one all the time if you're just starting out. The back foot is going to not be in a straight line. So here's what it's gonna look like. I'll show you from the back. When you lunge forward, the back foot is gonna be turned, okay? And then what happens is I can't bend my knee towards the floor properly if my back foot is angled to the side. So you have to keep your foot forward to allow for a smooth range of motion and flexion at the knee. So I'll show you from this side. If my rear foot is angled out, I can't lunge forward and bend my knee. It just doesn't work that way. You need to be in line for a full bend and flexion at the knee. That's a huge one. If you see anybody trying to lunge with their rear foot angled back, stop them immediately and fix it. If I'm doing a reverse lunge, it's the same thing. If I lunge back and my back foot is angled, I'm not gonna be able to bend right. So I need to straight, straight, straight. Foot, ankle, knee, hip, everything stays straight and square, okay? A big one to think about is also watching the person's knee, or your own knee if you're watching this for yourself. So you're gonna lunge forward, and then you might see the knee cave inward. This is called the valgus collapse. So you're going to make sure that it stays in line, as I was just saying in the last one, and doesn't cave in. If I show you in a walking lunge, it's gonna look like this. And you'd see people inner thigh and knee come in, but you gotta keep it straight. This happens because we subconsciously recruit more power and strength from the part of our body that is stronger. So if you have a stronger inner thigh, your body's going to naturally lean into that to get more power to get back up. So I need to consciously drive my knee out as I'm doing my lunges, okay? So if you drive out, 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 it's gonna help you not only engage your glutes and your outer thigh, it's gonna help you get it stronger, and then over time, you're not gonna have that valgus collapse anymore. All right, last real big issue I see on lunges is people will step through their toes and drive to their toes. So if I show you here on a forward lunge, when I drive back up to tall, they'll push through their toes. You see how my foot stayed pointed? I want to lift my toes, drive through the heel. So I'm going to drive to the heel, all the way back up to tall, all right? So make sure you can push through your heel. If you're doing walking lunges, and I'm lunging, I'm gonna stand back up through the entirety of my foot. It's gonna stay flat, okay? If I start my heel off the floor, obviously that's no good. We can't push through the heel if your heel's not on the floor, right? And then, there is one more big one, and that is if your knee tracks too far over your toes. So if, say I'm lunging and I take a small step, and my knee is way past my toes, I don't have enough ankle flexion to keep my heel down in this position, so I can't drive through my heel. So for me, that doesn't work, right? I need to take a bigger step, so I have my heel planted. Some people, if they have more ankle flexion, they can have their knee safely past their toes. That's a myth. If you can safely have your knee past your toes on the squat or the lunge, it's okay. And you're gonna see that in a lot of professionals, Olympic weightlifters. I'll show you an example on the side of the screen somewhere here. And that's okay as long as you can do it safely. And everybody's anatomy is different. Everybody's body is a little bit different. So just because it might not be safe for one person doesn't mean it's not safe or okay for everybody, all right? So keep that in mind. A couple modifications for lunges if you're just starting out. In my mind, the easiest one is a reverse lunge or backwards lunge. So that's the one where you step back and come back up. It's the easiest because most of the body weight stays over your front leg, and it's easier to come back up to tall. If you're doing the front lunge, a lot of the body weight now is coming over the front leg. It's harder to drive back up. And then walking lunges is the next level of difficulty, harder. And if you're just starting out, another modification would be to kind of break it down into segments, go nice and slow. So if I was doing a reverse lunge, for example, if I don't know what I'm doing yet, I'm gonna go slow. I'm gonna take a step, okay? Feel it out, I'm gonna go down, good. Come back up and drive back to tall. If my lunges hurt me, like, oh, my knee doesn't feel great, slow it down and see which part of the lunge doesn't feel good. And then see if you can maneuver your body a little bit to fix it. So if my knee hurts, but I don't know where, I would go slow. I'd say, oh, okay, so far so good. Slow, slow, slow. Oh, right there. Felt something. Okay, so that's as far as you go. That's okay. It doesn't have to hit the floor with the knee. If it hurts you, you shouldn't do it, right? I think that pretty much covers it. There's a lot to the lunge. I know it's a lot to learn. Go back and watch this again if you didn't retain all that information. I know there's a ton to it. So let me know in the comments below if you have questions on the lunge. Let me know in the comments if you want to see any specific exercises that I can show you guys how to do the right way. And make sure to like this video, hit that thumbs up. It really helps out the channel. And subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you next time on Fix Your Form.